This right here is the Jeep factory XM antenna. This antenna you can buy as a kit if you don't have XM radio, which the Rubicon does. But what I really wanted was this FACRA lead and this antenna. So with the roof rack that we have on there, my XM antenna is dropping out. And I did have a XM booster, but it does not work with this Jeep because I have satellite radio, or because I have navigation. So the navigation is integrated into this. So this is proprietary to Jeep. Now, this antenna is still physically above your sound bar back there. But what I really wanted was this. I'm gonna run this from right there all the way into the car where the radio is. So if I can get this to mount, see, that's not gonna fit there. So you obviously want it somewhere. What I'm probably gonna do is mount it right here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine right there. If I mount this right here, I'll have an unobstructed view of the sky. If they somehow cut a hole in there. This is the other thing. The stickers for front runner on my radio. The sticker fell off for the attachment. Where was it? Oh yeah, right here. The sticker came off. So call up front runner, they'll send you another one. They're really good with following up on the customer service. And you know who is also really good with customer service is WeBoost. So I have the cell phone booster, which takes one bar and gives you full LTE. That's what this is. So it reclines up. But this is my second long-range antenna, and I broke the top off of it and cracked the side housing because I leave it up when I'm on the trails and I'll hit a low-hanging tree and just clock the top of it off and crack it. So it's still under warranty, and WeBoost is such a great company. You just send them an email, show them a picture of it, and they'll send you another one. So what I kind of learned from that experience is when I'm on the trails where there's low-hanging branches, I put it in the downward position like that, and I still turn it on and power it up, but it works like that. All right, guys, so today we are installing, as you can see, I have a roof rack up here on my 2022 Gladiator Rubicon Eco Diesel, and we have a roof rack up here, and guess what? My XM signal is spotty at best. So I decided you can buy a kit. I'll link the description below. You can buy this Jeep XM official part number kit. It comes with the actual XM antenna, which we have mounted on top of the bar back there. But what I really needed was, over on that table, is the wire harness that this goes to. So we're gonna mount this on the cowl right here, so we have an unobstructed view. So number one, I took the wiper linkage off, the wiper arms. It is a 15 millimeter nut, and then you're gonna pull and push, and because they're pressed in a little bit, but you can just shake the wiper linkage and they'll pop off. And then we're gonna go around and unclip this. It's just held in by clips, so just carefully with a a plastic trim tool, just pop them all loose. And then we're going to take it off and we're going to drill a little hole for this on the second one right there. And then we're going to run a wire through the firewall right there to the radio. So here it is with the wiper trim cover removed, and as you can see we have a little harness here, so we're just going to zip tie it to this harness here, and as long as we're not in the way of this wiper linkage, we should be fine. This top part is stationary, but the bottom rod moves back and forth. So yeah, we're gonna use that as a point of reference and feed it through here, and hopefully I don't have to pull this off. But as you can see on the windshield, I put painter's tape on where the wipers were, so we put it back together. So what I'm going to do is bring this over here. This is some pretty flimsy plastic. So as you can see, it just has some very thin metal screening on here, and I took a pair of pliers and just cut enough hole to get this through, and let's see what it looks like on the other side. Yeah, so we'll feed this through. There you go. So we fed it through, and if you want to look at that real closely, I use a razor blade to just kind of make that fit, and so it will fit flush on here, nice and clean. And so I need some kind of washer to put on there. Let me see if I can find something. So what I did is I took an axle nut from a Honda and I cut a notch in it for the wiring. And with that, I'm going to use, I'm waiting for it to cool down. So here's the end result. I got the axle nut, the bolt holding it through, a reinforced insulation of the wiring, although nothing should be moving in here anyway. And then so that's snugged up, and it looks factory. So let's put it back up on here. So I did run the wiring, so you can feed it through right through here, and then we're gonna go down through the hole. There's a grommet down there all the way through to the firewall, and then make sure you zip tie it here. Again, this top linkage doesn't move, but the bottom does, so you don't want it. So you definitely just want to zip tie it along the harness for the wiper motor, and then it's going to sit right here. So we'll kind of line it all up and pop it in place. All right, real quick, we're mocking it up, and it needs to go right here. So coming down, I'm hitting this. This is cheap plastic. I'm just going to snip this bracket off right here. All right, as you can see, little plastic piece, just cut it off. That way, ow, that screen stuff is sharp when it's on the edge. So that way we're just gonna pop this back in. So here's what the final thing looks like right here. Now I just gotta pull the radio and install that. And I'm also installing an updated USB-C charger outlet that I have hidden under my RAM mount. So I'm switching it to USB-C so my tablet will charge better. So every now and then my tablet can't keep up with the power demand, and the tablet's power starts to dwindle. So I bought this off Amazon. It's got one quick charge USB 3.0, which I use for the Garmin InReach, and then two USB-C quick chargers. So we're gonna install this on here. So we gotta pull the radio out, lower cover, radio that. Very easy. All right, very easy to take this radio out. So this just pulls off. I'm gonna kind of move this out of the way. What we're gonna do is kind of dig in right here. Just kind of pull this. I'm taking this out a million times. Sorry about the bad lighting. So you can kind of just pull this out of the way. You can still leave everything connected, and then under here you got two bolts. Undo those two bolts, and this display and the surround comes out, and then there's 4 bolts that hold the radio in. The radio is only like 2 inches thick. Alright, I undid those bottom 2 Phillips screwdrivers, and I'm just going to pull this. It's just held in by clips. Move it out of the way. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more Phillips screws, and the radio is just going to lean out. And then we're going to run that wire up for the XM, and I'm going to take this off right now because I need to access the bottom. Alright, so we undid the bolts, we took the radio out, and I want to say the Aqua one is the XM, the Aqua connector. And then this is the hole I drilled up here. You see the hole. So we're going to remove that old one and install a new one. Then we're going to unplug that Aqua one, and we're going to run the new XM connector. Just plug it into that port. So this is what holds my tablet and my Garmin InReach. So I have, let's see, that's Apple iPad, and that's USB for the Garmin InReach, and then the iPad has a USB 3.0, and the InReach just needs the USB to charge, because that doesn't really draw a lot of power like the iPad does. So I have it all zip tied together, and we just reinstalled this new version that has 2 3.0s. I have an extra one, and typically I do have a setup to put my wife's phone right there, but she likes to just hold her phone or put it in that little pocket that I installed. So for her, I don't know if I want to run a wire. No, because she can use that media port right there to charge her phone. And I do have 2 3.0 chargers right there. So, you know what? I'm going to change that 3.0 to USB-C. Yes. But that doesn't have a voltage readout. I'd rather have 3.0 to charge the kids' iPads. So, anyway. Back to... Alright guys, that's it for this right now. I wired it up just fine. I ran that wire through the firewall. We plugged it into the back of the radio. The XM has been working great for the time being. It's been about 3 weeks. And that's it. Thanks for watching this. Hope this helps out. I'll put a link down in the descriptions. Please subscribe. Smash that like button. See you next time.